and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the APFC Bantamweight Division, sponsored by Joe Dunn Lending. And now introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and officially weighed in 136.4 pounds. Coming in tonight with 1 victory and 2 losses, and fighting out of Milford, Michigan, Sean Death Rowe. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the red corner, a floor general. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and officially weighed in 133.4 pounds. Coming in tonight with a record of 2 victories with 2 losses, and fighting out of Newport News, Virginia, by way of Okinawa, Japan, Mckinney. And the referee in charge is Mike King.
Mike King, third man inside for this bantamweight affair. Mckinney, Newport News, Virginia, by way of Okinawa, the floor general, looking to be successful in his APFC debut. This bout brought to you by Joe Dunn Lending. If you're going to lend, make sure it's with Joe Dunn. Takedown from Rowe right off the bat. Campbell, we're getting some grappling.
Rowe's getting right after it right away. That's a good shot. He exploded right into that thing. I mean, good double leg from Rowe. So obviously we see his game plan.
We saw Mckinney launch that rear back kick right away, and his opponent just ran right through it, man. Mckinney able to recover here with the double unders. Now he has Rowe against the cage. Let's see where he goes next.
Big age differential in this one. 32 years of age for Sean Rowe, 23 for Mckinney. Campbell, how do you think that that's going to play into this?
Later in the fight, you know, the younger man's probably going to have a little more energy if I had to guess, but looks like Rowe's kind of weighing on him right now, and that's going to pay dividends later on.
Rowe successfully getting the takedown here. Mckinney entangled around the older man's head. David, this is quite the interesting position.
Very unorthodox, maybe triangle attempt. However, he doesn't have the arm.
Mckinney trying to selectively shoot some ground and pound.
Using that length and that leverage to his advantage here. I don't know if he's going to be able to get a submission unless he attacks the arm, which he's going there directly.
Campbell, if you were in this spot and you're Mckinney, what would you be looking to do?
He's doing it right now. He just needs to step over. He gave up too much position there, though. He should have used his right arm over top of McKinney's head. But, you know, weird position that we're not in a lot.
Yeah, very unorthodox position. I mean, I think to get out of that position, you would almost have to put yourself in a worse position. And now we see Mckinney is just working on top here.
I feel like that's always the golden rule of grappling. In order to get, you must give. Mckinney back on the feet. There's an elbow. Minute left in round 1. And Mckinney trying to fire out some rangy strikes.
Beautiful elbow on the exit there by Mckinney. But however, Rowe just changes levels and gets back to that takedown. Now he finishes in a much better spot on top in the guard of Mckinney. Let's see him go to work.
This is a hard spot right here with your head up against the cage like that, too. There's really nowhere to go.
If you are Mckinney, how do you build back up?
You got to get to your left hip, and he's got his overhook right now. Get to your left hip and start to wall walk and build back up, because otherwise you're just going to be stuck here. You know, the judges are. This is Rowe's world right now as he's in a triangle now.
McKinney using his hips, elevating, trying to isolate that triangle, and maybe bring down the posture here of Rowe. We see Rowe throwing some punches, but he needs to make sure he addresses that threat as he does and shakes the triangle off his shoulders.
Final 15 seconds here. Death Row on top with some nice selective ground and pound. A pretty competitive first frame. Campbell, who would you lean this towards?
You know, I'm more of a damage guy. I think McKinney's obviously thrown some pretty damaging strikes, but it's a hard round because Rowe's been really diligent about what he wants to do. Got some good takedowns.
First frame between Mckinney and Rowe has concluded. David Evans, what was your assessment of that first round?
Man, that was as frenetic as it gets. We had the pressure of Rowe just committed to his wrestling and his takedowns. However, McKinney was throwing some beautiful strikes. Even on the entry there, as we just saw, they let that kick. Rowe just ran right through it. Surprisingly, I think that could have finished some people, man, had that landed. However, McKinney was able to make adjustments, when Rowe got into those advantageous grappling situations, Mckinney was able to maneuver, throwing up triangles and be threatening and get himself off. We saw a beautiful sweep there. If you ask me, I think Campbell was on to something. It seems to be the pressure versus the damage. I think I'm going to lean towards the pressure if I'm a judge here. I just think the relentless in the leg attacks, the wrestling. I got to give the second round here to Rowe. The first round, excuse me, here to Rowe as we go into the second.
Sean Rowe, cornered tonight by Neil. We weren't given his last name, so it's just Neil Campbell.
We love it.
Round 2 between Mckinney and Sean Death Rowe.
See how fast he shoots this time.
Well, we got to look for Mckinney to make the adjustments. We know Rowe's coming forward, so look for him to stick that jab out there, stick the teeps out there, the front up kicks as we see, to keep Rowe at bay and keep him at range more than anything.
Nice sticks there by Mckinney on the back foot. He is deeply adept at firing on the retreat here, David.
He's doing a great job firing off on his back foot while moving backwards. Nice lateral movement.
Oh! Mckinney brings Death Rowe down early in round number 2.
That lateral movement was amazing. And then the ability to shift, turn on a dime, and throw that laser hand down the middle, that was impressive.
The floor general with a second round stoppage. Death Rowe turning the thumb down, walking around, not pleased with that decision. Campbell, what did you think of that stoppage?
Honestly, if I'm the ref, I'm stopping that fight too. He's facing away, face down, not defending any of his strikes, and there was probably 10 unanswered, so doesn't look too good, in my opinion.
Nice ground and pound from the 23-year-old. Relentless throwing with the lefts and the rights. And Sean Rowe unable to escape that position and will fall to 1-3. The 2024 campaign for Mckinney continues. 4 wins in this calendar year, Campbell.
That's an active boy right there. 4 wins is a lot. That's, he's in camp all year long. That's a hard year right there.
And that one's going to be a great addition to the highlight reel. I mean, we saw him shift, jab step, almost like he was in the NFL, turn the corner and throw that hand. Oh, my God. That was impressive, dude.
You talk about eyes, you talk about seeing moments of opportunity. Mckinney right off of that takedown defense to fire the left. Quite impressive for a young man.
The floor general. I mean, that's literally what it is. He's definitely the cage general here tonight.
I love it. Well, to make that stoppage official, let's send it back inside to handsome Michael Hansen.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee Mike King ended the fight. The official time, 2 minutes and 43 seconds of round number 2. Declaring your winner by TKO, Mckinney.
Now 3-2, 4-2 if you go on Tapology. What a win streak that Mckinney has been putting together. The floor general absolutely